Are the Toronto Maple Leafs facing another setback in their quest for the Stanley Cup? Just moments before Monday's game, one of their key defensemen was sidelined, leaving fans in a state of panic. With a tough loss against the Winnipeg Jets, it's clear this team needs all hands on deck. Stick around as we dive into the implications of this injury on the Leafs season. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like to stay in the loop on all things Maple Leafs. So, Chris Tanev is out, and the news from coach Craig Berube isn't exactly filling us with optimism. Just minutes before Monday's game, Tanev being sidelined really hit hard for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You could see the impact as they struggled against the Winnipeg Jets, losing 5-2. It's tough to watch our team falter like this, especially when we know how crucial Tanev is to our defensive lineup. Let's face it, without our reliable defender, we were missing more than just a player. We were missing a key component of our strategy. Tanev's ability to block shots is irreplaceable. The stats show it too. The Jets had 22 blocked shots compared to our measly 6. That's a staggering difference, and losing Tanev means losing almost half of those critical blocks. It's disappointing, and frankly, it makes you wonder how the coaching staff plans to adjust from here. Now, losing him just adds to the list of injuries that have plagued the Leafs this season, and it's really testing our depth and resolve. With the captain out and Anthony Stolarz also sidelined, we're left with a sense of vulnerability. It's hard to shake off the feeling that we need a fully healthy roster to make a genuine cup run this season. The chemistry between Tanev and Jake McCabe has been electric, and to see that partnership potentially jeopardized is disheartening. You know, Tanev has been off to a productive season, racking up 1 goal and 9 assists. He's not just a defensive stalwart, he's also contributing offensively. The way he puts his body on the line to block shots is something that defines his playstyle, and is something we, as fans, have come to admire. Tanev is known for that fearless attitude. He doesn't care where the puck hits him, he just wants to protect the net. And now, with him out, it feels like we're missing our safety net in so many ways. I can't help but feel a mix of frustration and concern. This isn't just about one game. It's about how this injury could impact the season moving forward. Are we really prepared to shoulder the burden without him? I'm honestly torn on whether we're making the right moves here. The coaching staff has a tough decision to make now about how to fill that void. Can other players step up in Tanev's absence? Or are we looking at a significant decline in our defensive capabilities? And here's the kicker. This team has the potential to go deep in the playoffs, but only if we manage to keep our key players healthy and performing. How will Tanev's recovery impact our trajectory? Will he come back at full strength, or will this linger and affect his game? I want to hear from you guys. How are you feeling about Tanev's injury? Do you think we have what it takes to overcome this setback, or are you worried about how this could unfold? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. The Toronto Maple Leafs have hit another bump in the road with the news that defenseman Chris Tanev will miss the upcoming game against the Winnipeg Jets due to a lower body injury. This is a significant blow for the team, particularly given Tanev's vital role on the defensive line this season. Just imagine it, after participating in the pre-game warm-ups, he was cut from the lineup at the last minute. It's tough to see a key player sidelined, especially when the team is already navigating a challenging season. Now, with no games scheduled until Friday amid the NHL holiday break, we might not hear any updates on Tanev's condition until Thursday. It's frustrating as fans to wait for news, but we need to be patient and hope for the best. Tanev, at 35 years old, has been a stabilizing presence on the ice, leading the team in blocks and averaging nearly 20 minutes of ice time per game. Losing him not only affects our defensive unit, but also puts added pressure on the rest of the team to step up and fill that void. Adding to the concerns, we can't overlook the absence of our captain, Auston Matthews. He's still out due to an upper body issue that has been re-aggravated. Coach Craig Berube expressed his uncertainty when asked about Matthews' condition, saying, "I'm not a doctor. I can't answer that question." It's a tough spot for the coaching staff. And as fans, we can't help but feel a mix of worry and frustration. We want our star players healthy and ready to lead us into battle. Tanev signed a 6-year deal with the Leafs in the offseason, and he's been a solid contributor, notching 10 points and holding a +11 rating so far this year. His experience and skill are invaluable, and you can't help but wonder how this injury impacts the team's overall strategy moving forward. With the playoffs looming, every game counts, and the last thing we need is for our defensive core to be weakened further. So, What does this mean for our chances this season? Well, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, injuries can force other players to step up, which might lead to unexpected performances from less experienced players. On the other hand, we're talking about key players missing time, and that could seriously derail our momentum. You have to ask yourself, is this the right path for the team? I, for one, am genuinely torn. It's a balancing act, trusting in the depth of our roster, while also worrying about the long-term implications of these injuries. As we look ahead, it's crucial for the Leafs to find a way to navigate this adversity. Every moment on the ice matters, and the pressure is mounting. We need to rally around the remaining players and hope they can rise to the occasion. The emotions in the fan base are palpable. We want to believe in our team, but the uncertainty can be overwhelming. And you, what do you think? Do you believe that the Leafs can overcome these setbacks, or are we looking at a more challenging road ahead? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get that conversation going. What are your expectations for the rest of the season, and how are you handling the frustration of these injuries? If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on all things Toronto Maple Leafs, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss any of the latest news and insights as we navigate this roller coaster season together. And remember, activate that notification bell to get all the updates as soon as they drop. Let's keep the conversation alive and support our Leafs through thick and thin.